Hey there, this is Matt once again with another Adam Sandler movie review, and this time it is just Go With It. Came out in 2011, directed by Dennis Dugan, who directed quite a few other Adam Sandler films, including Grown Ups, Grown Ups 2. Did he direct? Get some notes here. Yeah, he did direct Jack and Jill. God. I think that's the next one after this, because that came out 2011 as well. And this is a masterpiece compared to Jack and Jill. Now the cast, other than Adam Sandler, you have Jennifer Aniston, you have Nicole Kidman, Nick Swardson, Kevin Nealon has a small role, Dave Matthews has a role. I can't defend this movie. I can't even say it's really that good of a movie. I will say, though, I can watch as a time waster, seeing it again, because Jennifer Aniston, see, I sort of stuttered when I said her name. She's really good. You know, I think she's hot. I think she's good looking, but she's also a really good actress. She has great comedic timing, and I'm a fan of Jennifer Aniston. I've always liked her, and I think she does a good job in this. And she plays off Adam Sandler very well, very comfortably. They're comfortable with each other to the point. I think this is Adam Sandler's best woman he's teamed with since Drew Barrymore. Now, I would put The Wedding Singer above this movie, yes. And I would put 50 First Dates above this, but like Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore did Blended, and I think this is a better film than Blended. Like, it's an okay time waster. There's a lot of problems I have with the film, but Jennifer Aniston is a big plus. She's my favorite part of the movie. And again, they have good chemistry with each other. I would say it's the best chemistry Adam Sandler's had with a leading lady since Drew Barrymore, with The Wedding Singer, 50 First Date stuff. And when they're together, just bouncing back and forth, I got a couple smiles, I got a couple chuckles out of it. With that said, the plot, Adam Sandler's character is a bit of an asshole. Granted, you say that for most of his characters. The story, in 1988, he was getting married to this girl. His character had this big honker of a nose. And the girl is being a bitch, saying how ugly he is and how she's been cheating on him, but she's going to marry him because, hey, he's going to get a job and be rich. Adam Sandler hears it, he gets sad, decides not to get married. He's at a bar, and this random lady comes up, notices he has a wedding ring, and she's like, oh, thank God, because I'm tired of guys picking me up at the bar. And Adam Sandler stretches the truth that, oh yeah, he's married and it's an unhappy marriage. And she's like, hey, why don't you come with me and give you a good time? And Adam Sandler says, oh, okay. So years and years after that, he uses the wedding ring. He fakes being in an unhappy marriage in order to get girls, which is a pretty shitty thing to do. Kind of makes it hard to root for the guy doing that. And in the modern age, that's a weird way to put it. In the current time, that's not 1988. He's a plastic surgeon. Jennifer Aniston is his assistant. And again, their chemistry, I think, works well. You do gotta let them making fun of people who look different, like this girl with this crazy eyebrow. There's jokes about how she looks. Kevin Nealon is this Botox guy. Once in a while you have people that's been in Adam Sandler's other movies. They appear. I don't think I saw Rob Schneider or David Spade in this. So, probably not as much as other movies, but you do have Nick Swardson. But before I get into that, Adam Sandler meets this hot girl, this actress named Brooklyn Decker, and she would go on to be in Battleship, which is a pretty bad movie. And, the hot girl and him, they get together, and she finds the ring, and she's like, what are you doing? Why do you have this? And I'm like, this guy's been lying for years. This guy has studied the art of lying. So you would think he would just go, oh, my wife, she died, and, you know, I know it's stupid, but I keep that ring with me just because I miss her and I want to move on, so I'm trying to move on. And if you don't believe me, you can check my apartment. There's nothing there. I mean, whatever you want. You could have said that. Or you could have said, yeah, she divorced me and she moved away and she did all this horrible stuff. But, you know, I miss her and I'm trying to get back on the horse again. He'd just say all that. Again, he's been lying for years on various stuff. But he's just like, well, I don't know. I'm like, I thought of that. And I haven't been the one that's been lying for decades to random women. And in a way, this whole picking up women by using and then lying about it, it's kind of stuff he was doing in 50 First Dates, but I thought 50 First Dates was a better movie, funnier movie. And it's just one of those things where he pretty much said, okay, we're having fun, and it's like, nope, I can't be with you because I'm, and then makes up an excuse. I don't know, it just didn't seem as sleazy as in this one. But yeah, it just reminded me of a better movie, 50 First Dates. The other character, so pretty much he gets Jennifer Aniston, and then her kids get roped into it to pretend to be his fake family, and then the boy sort of blackmails him into going to Hawaii. And I remember, I forgot what interview it was. Maybe Adam Sandler was saying it as a joke, just as kidding, a kidding type of thing, but someone was asking, how do you make movies nowadays? And it's like, oh, wherever I want to take a vacation. Like, here I could go to Hawaii. I don't know if it was this movie or it was for Blended when they went to Africa, but and again, I don't know if he was just kidding, joking, but when you see a lot of these newer films, Adam Sandler is much more tired. He's much more, I don't know if it's beaten down or less energetic or just doesn't have too much of the heart inside, that vigor, energy, like in The Wedding Singer or even something like Bulletproof, which I would put Bulletproof above this, even though that gets a lot of hate. The other characters, Nick Swardson, he comes in, he forces himself onto the vacation to be Dolph Lundgren, because when Adam Sandler made up this lie, it's, oh yeah, my wife, we're divorced and she's seen another guy named Dolph. Dolph who? Dolph Lundgren. The guy in Rocky 4? No, not the guy in Rocky 4. No, another guy. And it just Adam Sandler keeps lying. So he's like, oh, I'm going to use this to my advantage, Nick Swardson. I'm going to be Dolph Lundgren with his fake German accent. And I'm not a fan of Nick Swardson. He's kind of in the same realm with me as Rob Schneider. Although, sadly, I probably like Rob Schneider more than Nick Swardson. Just Nick Swardson never got me. Adam Sandler uses that guy a lot. It's like, if I can't have Rob Schneider, I'm going to get Nick Swardson. Because Nick Swardson was also in Jack and Jill. He had a little cameo in Pixels. He was in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. I guess he's just a big fan of the guy. I'm not. The two kids were with Jennifer Aniston. Because she's divorced, she has a boy and a girl. What's another thing I find in a lot of Adam Sandler films? It's like, there's a boy and a girl. Like, I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. There's a boy and a girl that Kevin James has. And Jack and Jill, they have a boy, an Indian boy at that point, and they have a girl. Bedtime stories, it's a boy and a girl. So it's, I might have said this before. See, I'm fucking discombobulated because there's just so many repeated shit. And I'm sure repeated before, repeated again, because he keeps doing it. People are, are you sure this isn't a rant? Yeah, because I gotta muster up energy for other shit like Jack and Jill. And that's the thing, when you watch Jack and Jill and you watch this looks a lot better. Maybe that's the point. But the kids in this one, the little girl, she wants to be an actress, and so she pretends to have this fake British accent. It is annoying as taking a piss in the wind. She's one of the most annoying kids in an Adam Sandler movie. I just hate it every time this little girl was on screen with her British accent. I'm gonna kick you to a fucking field goal. I'm gonna kick you across the ocean and have your ass sat on the fucking Leaning Tower of Pisa, or kick you to the fucking Eiffel Tower. God, this little girl annoyed the piss out of me. And the little boy, he's either got the dead eyes, or he's a manipulative little shit. To the point that sometimes I feel sorry for Adam Sandler's character for how manipulative this fucking little kid is. And this guy, like, it's hard to feel also sorry for a guy who's so fucking rich that they pay like $12,000 a night at this hotel in fucking Hawaii, and he can afford it. It's hard for me to feel any sympathy for Adam Sandler's character. T&T Appeal, he makes an appearance, a little cameo as a hairdresser. He is in like one scene. And the way that all works out is like Adam Sandler likes this girl. She's like, I want to meet your wife, your ex, who you're getting divorced. Adam Sandler gets Jennifer Aniston to help out. Again, these two, I'll keep mentioning, they have nice chemistry back and forth. When it's just them having their back and forth war words or goofing on each other in a sometimes the guy's best wingman is a winged woman. Even the tagline knows that the best part is these two people just doing their back and forth. But when it takes away from that, it's Nick Swardson doing stupid shit, or oh yeah, my character he's a sheep shipper, he ships sheep online, or the kids being fucking annoying and irritating, or negotiations with the kids at Pizza Hut. Because you gotta put fucking, if it wasn't Popeye's chicken and Little Nicky, or Dunkin' Donuts and Jack and Jill, it's Pizza Hut here. I think that's what it was in The Benchwarmers as well, which Adam Sandler didn't star in, but one of these guys directed. I forget if it was Dennis Dugan or Peter Siegel, or one of those guys directed it. Can't remember which. But then, as Aniston's ready to leave, she gets a phone call talking to her kids, and then this girl's like, wait a minute, you have kids? So then they gotta put their kids into it, or her kids into it. Sandler negotiates with the kids. Again, that little girl with her acting techniques, the lips, the tongue, the teeth, the lips. Or the lips, the tongue, the teeth, the tips. But you shut the fuck up. So when Adam Sandler tells her to shut up, I'm like, yes, please. Pick her up and throw her through a fucking glass window. Please. Or try to do it through the plastic window, and then she'll bounce back and maybe be shape up or ship out. I don't know, just fucking Nick Swardson was annoying, the kids were annoying. Nicole Kidman wasn't bad. She's this friend slash enemy Jennifer Aniston had in college. And when they get to Hawaii, they meet her. It's like, oh, you're here. And then Jennifer Aniston gets Adam Sandler to lie. More lies. You pretend you're my husband because, hey, I'm doing this favor for you to pretend to be your wife and my kids in Hawaii, so you don't pretend because I want to upstage Nicole Kidman, who is married to Dave Matthews. And Aniston, Nicole Kidman has this dance off, and then the pairs do this thing here where they have to get the coconut or whatever the hell it is without touching with their hands to get to their mouths. This is one point where the little boy's taking a shit, and it's the Nick Swardson's bed, because his bed is in the fucking bathtub. There's a point where Nick Swardson is with the young girl, and he's still in his character being the sheep shipper German guy, and there's a sick sheep, so he's beating the shit out of this fake doll sheep. It's supposed to be a real sheep, and there's the Heimlich maneuver, and pretend to be Dolph Lundgren. I'm like, no, this one Dolph Lundgren. Should have just had Dolph Lundgren in the movie, or have a cameo by Dolph. At least that would have made me happy. But despite all the problems I have with, crap dialogue, terrible supporting characters like Nick Swardson and the annoying little kids, the fact that Adam Sandler's character doesn't seem likable with what he's been doing. Once again, I could watch this as a time waster to get through the muck and the suck, to get to the little moments these two have with each other. And even when it gets to the end, when Adam Sandler's talking with Jennifer Aniston, it's like, you're the only real thing I've had in my life. Oh yeah, that young girl, she's very nice. There's one problem. She's not you. And it was sweet. And again, because their chemistry worked well, I bought that part of it. So, sad to say, despite all my ranting, I would rather watch this than I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. I'd rather watch this than probably The Waterboy or Funny People or Jack and Jill or Ridiculous Six, Ridiculous Shit, or Bedtime Stories or Going Overboard, especially. But, I would put Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer, 51st Dates, Anger Management, Mr. D's Big Daddy, Bulletproof above it. That's what I mean. It's in the middle for me. A lot of other stuff doesn't work, but these two together work. I would like to see them in a different movie together without Dennis Dugan directing and without whoever the fuck wrote this. I don't know what else to say. I just be repeating myself. But yeah, just go with it. There's a lot better Adam Sandler films. There's a lot worse Adam Sandler films. It's there. Jennifer Aniston kind of saved this from being a big rant. So, good job, Aniston. And believe me, next time with Jack and Jill, that's the thing, this movie should be thanking Jack and Jill because Aniston and Jack and Jill is what this movie should be thanking. I'll get to that next time. See you guys later. Take care.